Well, Senator Estes, SB 18, once again, up in the session. How exciting is it? You seem to get the ball rolling a little bit earlier this year.
Well, Matt, you've heard the old expression, deja vu, all over again. We really should have had this bill done and into law last session. But as you know, events conspired against us. And so here we are again. And it's also named Senate Bill 18. Like it was last session, thanks to Governor Dewhurst. And I think everyone in the Senate, the Texas Senate, is making this a very high priority, from Governor Dewhurst to Chairman Duncan to all of the senators on the State Affairs Committee.
Why is this bill, so important to you and to the people involved with it?
Well, what's amazing about it is the interested parties, the stakeholders, which is almost everyone in the state of Texas, we've been working on this concept now for 4 sessions. That's over 8 years. And it's time that property owners in Texas have the cards evenly distributed, where it's not stacked against them when eminent domain processes happen. Eminent domain is a necessary evil. We've had it since the founding of this nation, but it needs to be done in a proper and fair way to protect landowner rights.
The misconception, one of them that's been coming up, is that it grants eminent domain power, and that's just not the case.
And that's not the case. My legislative intent is not to grant any more eminent domain powers. One of the interesting things about this bill, though, is that we don't accurately know who all the entities that have eminent domain power in the state of Texas. So this bill gives us a methodology for people to register with the comptroller's office, and if they fail to do so, they lose that authority. So all of these entities, whether they're governmental or private, will be very motivated to make sure that they report, and then that way we can get a handle on who has this power in the state.
Farmers and ranchers, large stakeholders when it comes to this bill, but it goes beyond the fence row, I guess, everybody that owns private property.
It affects everyone, the urban areas of Texas, the suburban areas of Texas, and the rural areas. Eminent domain is used everywhere. It doesn't matter what part of the state you're in, this affects you. And no one ever realizes how much it affects them until they are part of the eminent domain process. And then all of a sudden, they realize that this is a vitally important issue.
Are you very optimistic about the overwhelming support? Do you think that'll carry over from last session?
Well, last session, the Senate voted on this major bill that has major implications for all Texans, 31-0. It was unanimous. Now, we have 2 new senators in the Texas Senate, and they seem like they're going to be real good senators. They're evaluating it, of course, because each person, each man and woman is their own person in the Texas Senate. But I would assume that they also would be in favor of this bill. The turnover in the House was much greater than in the Senate this last election cycle. So it'll be interesting to see as it goes, and I have utmost confidence in Representative Guerin. He's no novice when it comes to tackling big legislative issues, and Speaker Strauss and his whole crew over there. So we look forward to a good bill, something that we can go to the people of Texas and be proud of. And again, thank you, members of the Farm Bureau, for your steadfast support and your patience. It's been a long, trying process, and I think the end is in sight.